Hello YouTube, this is a tobacco pipe review of Floggle Werks pipes. This here is, I believe, their dwarf design. It is made out of maple, fairly long stem, and it is part of a wood stem line of pipes. I say it that way in that there is a handful of companies who make wood-stemmed pipes. McQueen, one calls like Moonlight or Moonbeam or Moon something pipes, and of course Floggle Werks. In this case, this is all maple, maple stemmed, maple bowled. I believe they call it their dwarf pipe. What makes it interesting is that it seems to be one solid piece with a round dowel down the center of it. It is trimmed down to make it easy to hold in your lips, and it's quite comfortable. The bowl itself, there's no way you can tell from this particular one. In fact, it's been smoked a little bit. It's darkened it down there. The draw hole is done straight down. You find this particular pattern when you look at calabash pipes. And the reason why the calabash is done in that manner is theoretically to give you a much more superior smoking pleasure, enhancement, whatever you want to call it. Most pipes come in from the side, angling down, angling straight in, but calabash is straight down, and so do these. As well as there's another company on eBay who makes wood stem pipes, have a similar draw straight down. Some of the McQueen pipes, also wood stemmed straight down. Does this give you a better smoking experience? I don't know. So I've tried both, and to me I find it's much more of a packing rather than where the draw is. It has a lower chance of gurgling, I'll tell you that much. But that could be opinion rather than actual fact. So this one is maple bowled, maple stemmed. What I find interesting is that when it comes to McQueen, at least one McQueen, a McQueen pipe that I have, its wood stem is made out of 4 pieces. I looked on YouTube and saw other wood stem pipe makers doing it that way as well, where it is a side piece, a top piece, a bottom piece glued together, and then simply sanded into a round dowel. This doesn't look to be that case. It also looks like one piece, that long, drilled straight through. So I'm curious how they made this. So it's tapered end onto it, straight down of a draft hole. Very nice. Because of the thickness of the size of the bowl, it stays relatively cool. And it has its own particular style. I'm talking about styles. If you go to McQueen, they seem to have a much more refined looking type of wooden pipes. Especially if you look at the Wizard pipe that they have, which is their flagship pipe. If you go to, like I said, this one guy, I honestly forget the guy's name, him or Moonlight or Moonbeam, or whatever it is, they have a much more primitive looking pipe than these. Now McQueen will run you $50, $60, $70, depending on the pipe, so forth and so on. Moonlight can run you up to $100 for a much more primitive one than these. But you can have it altered in many different ways. Stains, mouth bits, a whole bit. Floggle Werks doesn't give you much alteration to it. You can have at the very front of the bowl burned in your name in English or in like an Elvish or Hobbity, Dwarven looking ruins and put across there. He does have, of course, a number of letters that you can only go by. After all, the bowl's only so big. You can't have, the entire dictionary without wrapping around, and that won't work. But a short name, initials, things like that, can be fit on many of the bowls they make at Floggle Werks. Now, where was I going with this? But the style remains relatively the same, much like you find in a Queen, but not at this Moonlight or whatever it is. So, but the Moonlight course charges so much more. Floggle Werks will charge you between $25 and $20 to $35. That kind of a spread. I do know that they have much more expensive, but the ballpark is around the $20 to $30 mark. It makes them very cost effective. And they have a nice looking, hobbity, Renaissance-y looking look to them. So they have a great style. Smoke's nice, interesting style, cost effective. It sounds like the perfect pipe. One flaw in Floggle Werks. That's this. That. I know you don't see much. Looking at the camera, looking on the screen, it's hard to tell. But there is a very small, 1/4 of an inch, less than that, worth of tongue to go into that kind of a groove. So when you smoke it, it's very easy to accidentally pull it out of the bowl. Does it create a problem after that? No, not really. Just put the stem right back in again. It makes it easy to go and clean and whatnot when you got to disassemble it. But I've been in an occasion where I've had the stem in and was scrubbing the bowl out, only to have the stem practically sling itself off because there's not enough stem in said bowl. Now I admit there's only so much wood there, so much meat for it to dig into, but it would be nice if they could figure out a way to cure that issue. But that's my only issue with these pipes. Now this is just one of their styles, and it is very plain. That's how I wanted it. Very simple, nothing a whole lot to it. Now there is another one. I believe it's called their maple melting, something like that pipe, and that's this guy. Maple stem, deep stained, and you can see it looks as if maple is boiling over or the pipe is melting. Now this one, there you go. Now we can see it. You can see the draw hole straight down. Similar problem is that it's not very deep into the bowl, so the stem has a tendency of falling out if you're not careful. Obviously it has not been smoked. This is much more of a piece to put on a shelf because of its unique looks. And anything that is unique looking, and pretty gosh darn cool, as that they've treated the bottom a little different than the top. You actually feel, texture-wise, the differences as well as see it. They have quite an array of other styles that stand out as a nice, primitive-looking pipe. So, this one, lovingly smoked, very plain versus not so. And they get even more elaborate than this. And the price range stays ballparkish the same. $20, $30 some odd dollars. Pending. So there you go. This is Floggle Werks pipe. The bulk of their pipes are made out of myrtle wood, in case you were wondering. And some are claiming that myrtle wood is almost as good as, better than, right, now I'm going to forget all these different terms. Typical. Meerschaum. Better than Meerschaum. But I think that's also a matter of opinion of the person who's giving the review. But there you go. Floggle Werks. They come in various lengths, so don't let the length intimidate you. I believe it's a father-daughter company. And so far, everyone, including myself, is raving about these pipes. So, go, give it a try, see what you think. Pick one up. Like I said, affordable, very interesting looking. They will stand out in your collection. If anything, just for your collection. Put any comments down below about this particular product. Or better yet, give one a buy. Try it, see what you think. make a review of it on YouTube and let the rest of us in the YouTube pipe smoking community know your thoughts on Floggle Werks pipes. And until next time, keep on smoking.